Hello, what is up? Today is Sunday. We have a waning moon in Pisces. We're starting off with the Four of Swords. This is represented by you. I feel like this message is for somebody who is focused on healing right now. We got the King of Cups in reverse. Somebody who's focused on healing. They could be going through some type of recovery stage in their life, or they're trying to pull through something here. It's like trying to pull through some type of period in their life of deceit here, one way or another. You know, I'm getting an image of somebody like climbing out of a hole. It's that type of vibe. We got the Lovers. There's some relationship from your past that didn't work out, that really affected you. Perhaps it caused you to get to this stage where you are now, where you're trying to kind of climb out of this hole here. We have the Hierophant in reverse. Whatever situation you came out of in your past, whatever relationship this was, you have behind you here that you're no longer in. For whatever reason, it kind of shaped you in a way to do things a little differently here going forward. It may have changed your beliefs. It may have shaped how you see relationships differently. Five of Wands in reverse. There's something here about how you work through disagreements, how you work through, you know, disagreements, arguments. There's like a sassiness to how things are handled here. There could also be like a block here that you're carrying where you don't want to confront certain situations. Maybe difficult conversations are something you try to avoid at all costs. It's like you try to keep things kosher even when they're not. You know, there's like a dependency on this past relationship behind you. There's a dependency on it. It's like maybe it shaped you. You learned a lot from this relationship. It taught you certain lessons here and you just kind of grabbed it and ran. Maybe it was a very important relationship to you. Maybe you was in it for a long time. Maybe it was like your only love here or something like that, where you really put your trust into this situation and it didn't work out, but it's the lessons that you took from it that you held on to, and it's like moving forward, you're not making the best decisions here. Six of Swords. There's a deep inner feeling here to want to run, to want to, again, there's a heaviness here of not wanting to confront certain situations. Maybe there's a conversation that needs to be had, or maybe there's some action that needs to be taken here that you're not willing to take. There's a feeling here of just wanting to escape it, wanting to run, you know, not wanting to deal with certain situations. There's a big weight here of a lack of responsibility here. That's what I'm getting. There's a huge lack of responsibility with this that I'm getting. And again, it stems from your past. It's not even a situation you have now, but it's from your past. This Lover's card is sitting in your past here. All right, so we have the Sun. You're being called to lean into the positive here, to try to be optimistic when it comes to how you're handling the situation. You may tend to think the worst at times with certain situations, and maybe this is a call for you to kind of snap yourself out of that, so you can look at the picture overall here and decide what's the best course of action to take. Somebody could also be pregnant here. Somebody could be pregnant or maybe wanting to get pregnant. All right, we have the Three of Swords in reverse. But there's like information around you to release some pain here, to get over certain situations you've held on to that are no longer serving you. There's a longing here for forgiveness. There's somebody here that you need to forgive. It could be yourself, it could be your ex, it could be your parents, but I feel like it has something to do with yourself. I feel like it has something to do with yourself. You forgiving yourself on the actions or maybe the inactions you didn't take in your past or in certain times in your life. You know, certain times you were called to speak up and you never did, or certain times you were called to do something and your feet didn't move. Whatever it is, like, I feel like there's a message here for you to forgive yourself and to accept your true word inside that's speaking to you, so that you can listen and go based on that going forward, as opposed to being held back in fear. I'm sensing a lot of fear in this read here. We have the Two of Pentacles in reverse. There could be some money situations going on here. Somebody is not like handling their money in the best way right now. Maybe how they're mishandling their money is also keeping them in this bubble that's happening here. We have the Ten of Wands. Yeah. There's an overwhelming feeling of being burdened, you know, of like having the world on your shoulders right now. You could be really feeling this right now. Maybe there's too much you're dealing with right now. You know, there's a strong sense of disorganization here in how you're moving. And, you know, that plays a part into having to succumb to this overwhelming feeling of being burdened with things in your life. It's safe to say that, you know, the reason you're dealing with this is because of how you're managing these situations step by step going forward. These burdens are yours to carry, but, you know, it's how you manage the situations that come to you. It's how you manage logically, emotionally, spiritually. It's how you walk, you know, in this road, in this path you have here in front of you. And it seems like, you know, there's just too much. Either maybe there's too much going on here, maybe there's too much going on in your head, maybe you're in over your head here, you know, maybe there's I feel like there's a lot to shake off here with this read. Like, there's a lot to shake off. Maybe you need a spa day, or maybe you need to go work out. Maybe you need a day for yourself to unwind. You know, maybe you need a day to just kind of sit down and think. Maybe make a list. You know, lists never hurt. Make a list of things you want to accomplish, things you want to do, and take your time. And, you know, as you meet those goals, you get that satisfactory feeling of crossing it off the list, as opposed to like feeling you have to carry all of this in one shot. You know, there's a strong sense of disorganization here. There's a need to pace yourself and to organize your goals here, to organize even your emotions here of how you want to handle certain situations, how you see yourself now, not how you've managed things in the past and carrying all of that. You know, that's, even though you're doing it in this reading, you know, that's no longer here. It's just maybe you feel you need to do that for whatever reason, but you don't. You know, you don't. It's just a matter of just letting that go. Maybe you need to look yourself in the mirror and take a deep breath here and just look at who you are now. Accept who you are now and how you want to handle things now, today in your life. Because there's a strong sense of anxiety, fear, overburden, disorganization, you know, all of this, mishandling money, you know, like there's all of this negative feeling here that's so unnecessary. It's so unnecessary because it all deals with not being focused in the moment now. And I feel like that's the main key here with the Sun card. You know, you have to keep yourself in the light, you know. That's what the Sun card is. You have to walk in the light, you know. You have to look at the positive, be open your heart, open your mind, open your soul. Forget about all the damages. Forget about all the issues. Even forget about, you know, judging yourself on how you're doing things now. Just look at how you would like things to be handled and work on that. You know, work on that. No pressure, you know. Whatever works for you. Some people work better under pressure, some don't. But it's just a matter of organizing yourself, your goals, how you want to handle your situation to improve yourself. You know, there is a ceiling here, and it's up to you how high that ceiling looks. You know, that's what this read is about, is how high is your ceiling to you. We have the Six of Cups. There could be a family affected by this. You could have children. You could be a mother or father. You know, you could be somebody part of a big family here, or maybe you're somebody who a lot of people in your family depend on, you know. But I'm getting a family card here where this is affecting more than you, obviously. So it's even more important for you to make this change and to make this improvement on yourself. You know, there's also a message here to remind yourself to take some time and cater to that inner child of yours. Whatever it is that makes you happy to do, be creative. You know, do something to satisfy that inner child of yours in this harsh adult world that we all have to live in. You know, that's important too. In addition to taking care of our responsibilities, you know, it's a matter of finding that middle ground, that balance that works for you. But there's different parts of ourselves that we have to nurture here. There's different parts we have to look at within ourselves and, you know, see how we can improve and nurture those parts of ourselves, so that when we walk going forward, when we wake up in the morning, when we go back to work, whatever the situation is, when we deal with this relationship issue, whatever it is, you know, we're bringing our best foot forward here. We're not bringing in our past or just the negative from our past. You know, we have the King of Wands in reverse. We have the King of Pentacles in reverse. And we have the Nine of Cups. There's an inner feeling here to want to improve yourself. There's a feeling here of wanting to make more money, you know, work on your body, work on your mind, maybe go to therapy, maybe do some volunteer work, you know, maybe fix up something you've been slacking on for a while. It's something you want to finally get done. There's a deep want of improvement here with the Wish card. And there's a lot of potential here to totally flip this situation right side up. There's a lot of potential here. We have the Ace of Pentacles. It's up to you if you want to give yourself this new beginning or not. Eight of Cups in reverse. It's up to you if you want to let go of this burden that you're carrying here. It's up to you if you want to let go some of these lessons you've learned from this past relationship here. This relationship that didn't work out behind you. It's up to you how you want to handle this. You got the Three of Pentacles in reverse too. There's a part of you that may feel like doing this work is going to be for nothing. I don't know what your situation is right now, but no matter what, this work is not for anybody but yourself. It's never for nothing. It's for you. It's only for you. And when that happens, it kind of vibrates into everything and everyone around you. You know, whether you're aware of that or not, it's not for nothing. Try not to get frustrated. Try not to get frustrated with yourself. Try not to tell yourself that you're stuck, because you're not. You're not stuck here. You know, if you are, it's in your mind. But when it comes to the outer world of things, you know, that's all waiting for you. That's waiting for your change to happen there. The High Priestess. There is a message here to trust yourself. To trust the goodness that you've learned. Not just the negative lessons, you know. Not just the lessons that came with fear, anxiety, you know. Whatever needs to be done to protect yourself. Those things. It's not just about that. It's also about sharing. It's also about, you know, opening yourself up to truth here. Not just to those around you, but to yourself first. So that you can walk in who you really are, not who you learned you needed to be, but who you really are deep inside here. Yeah. So, if this message resonated with you, please let me know. Hit me a heart. Show me some love. Thank you for watching. Have a blessed night. Take care.
Bye-bye.